Hey folks, I'm Draconic Arcade. Welcome back to more Gunsmith Sim. Hopefully my computer doesn't crash again. That was an interesting experience. Also, I noticed after the thing that I still have a point left, which is kind of funny. I'm going to be saving that though, at least for now. Assuming, yeah, I'm going to be saving it for this because it's just, this is something that is kind of ridiculously slow. And I would just like to not have to deal with it at its slowest speed for more than one time. Anyway, shotgun. This actually should be one of the last males that we get. Because we should be able to do almost anything, like almost everything else. But yeah, the lathe is so slow. And all the other thing does is it just speeds up all these animations. And just because there's so many animations, it makes it way faster. Also, can you tell that it's about noon 1 right now by the fact that I don't sound like I'm exhausted? And my voice actually works? Yeah, because it is. Something I always like to do is actually buy extra barrels for a lot of these things and just kind of have them pre-done. Granted, you don't have to, you can just do them at the time. But I just kind of like being prepared and all that. But yeah, should be the last mail we have for at least a bit. Or at least the last mail that includes a job. Yep, every gunsmith's skill. Also, if you have your own gun, you can disassembly challenge, but, you know, that's a thing. Speaking of, is there any weapons that I really want to... Because I have 3 grand. Because you can sell these back, right? And they kind of can count as jobs towards what I'm doing. Yeah, sure. Let's just try to do the first of these for me. I'm not gonna keep any, though, for, at least for now. Anyway, I have 3 grand, so. Well. Let's see. I'll try to grab it. I will continue trying to grab it. I will continue trying to grab it. 800? 800. Okay. That's not terrible. I can arguably make money off of that, and if I don't, whatever. I am going to write down how much I spend on this, though. Yep, and then I'll just take 2 normal jobs. the Mauser. And let's do the M4. And we will pop on handy tools. I suppose we'll start with the Luger that I bought. Oh. Let's have a look. Spent 800 on it, which is not terrible. Does look like it's going to be very broken. Very broken. It's only really worth doing these once you manage to get every actual ability. Because then at least you can spend the least possible money on it. Yeah, that is very broken. Oh. I can create a couple new parts for it. We could probably do a medium here. Try to save money a little bit, because that's 30 bucks. I might even be able to small that. I can probably small that, actually. I'll go ahead and make 2 copies of them. Or 2 of each of the things that I need. Can I maybe... Yeah! That works. We'll do that. I'm writing down how much money things are taking. So we do that. Nothing was really dirty. Then we have a bunch of other stuff to buy. Crafting that. Crafting that. And crafting that. So that's an additional 270. Which actually ends up being like spending 1100 on this exactly. We'll make a little bit back from the broken parts as well. Quickly flip that. Okay. Kind of just gotta wait for a moment. I can go ahead and sell these parts though. Just have something to do while I'm waiting. Let's go and quickly do this. I think there's technically one more mail thing that we'll get eventually, but I'm not sure when it'll be. You guys are going to get to see me fumble around with this weapon in a minute. Because the Luger is one of the weapons that I know almost nothing about it, and I'm very much relying on holding this button. I'd like you to know I only put the magazine in last when recording. So, I'm gonna be fumbling so much here. Disassembly challenge time. I can't hint. Basically, I cannot hint. And I have to do this entire thing. The only hint that I get is this. Fuck. Barrel. Okay. But yeah, the only hint that I get... Okay. Is the thing in the corner. And the names of the parts which I can use to kind of figure it out. I want to do this at least once for each gun for this series, but I will be doing it every time I get a gun, so... Or every time I own a gun as well. Like, when I get my own guns and actually am keeping them. Trigger bar plunger. What's the trigger? Safety lever, trigger cover, trigger pin. Hello. There's a safety blocker. So, some things on the trigger, it looks like, is what I'm missing. Ah. Trigger extender. Magazine pushing tube, what? Magazine pushing tube. And then the trigger bar plunger. So the trigger stuff is over here. So it's attached to the frame somewhere. I can tell that because hovering over it, it's not giving me the final thing. So it is currently attached to the frame. There it is. That's just the trigger bar. Recoil lever, which has already been taken out. What the fuck is this thing? So here's the thing. So the trigger bar, right? Right there. That is the trigger bar. And it's not connected to the trigger bar. Hello? I don't know what you want from me. It's not on the trigger. It's not on the trigger bar. So the trigger would be right here. I don't know where it is. Hold on. What does it look like? Trigger bar plunger. Okay, it's just long, narrow thing. I've spent 24 minutes in this video so far. I'm so bad at this particular thing. Where is this fucking part? I really, really do not know. Because there's the trigger, right? Looking at the magazine spot there. So here's where like the trigger stuff is. Ah, whatever. Yes. Where is it? It's on this fucking piece right here. Okay. It's on one of the trigger bars. Or the trigger bar. Alright. Well. Let's re-oil, put it back together, and try again. And this time I actually know where that thing is, so when inevitably I can't find something, it will not be that one. Alright, well, time to put it back together. Actually did pretty okay on the rest of them. It was literally just that one part. Alright, let's try again. I'm not capable of getting out of through this without errors, so I'm just gonna say don't expect it. I don't know why I clicked that again. Okay, what do I have to take out first? This. It's not the trigger bar that has it in it. This is the trigger bar that has it in it. Well, there you go. I'm not going to have the same problem this time. So now I just need the magazine pushing tube. And the ejector. Which are probably somehow connected. Because that's kind of, whenever there's two things remaining, that seems to always be the case. Hello. Well, there's the ejector. There you are. Alright, not bad. And then this is the part that isn't as bad as I screw up a few times. What am I forgetting? This. There you go. And then the spring and then... Shut up, game. Wrong spring. This is what happens when I don't read. Oh, I have no idea how loud that was, but I took my headphones off first. Okay. So I can't even put it on the main. So there's something else. Probably this. Yep. Well, I know this can go back. This thing goes back on like very last. Not that. There you go. That thing goes on like very, very last. Okay, game. So I can't put the handles back on. The magazine obviously can't go back in yet. I don't think I can put the barrel back. Oh, I can put the barrel back on. Nice. I guess the ejector. Wait, can I? No. You... I swear to fucking God. I'm gonna have to check something. Mistakes. Nice. It does also level you up a little bit. So I'm going to go back into it, but I'm not actually going to do anything with it. Oh my fucking God. You can highlight them with the list. I'm going to activate this assembly challenge to make sure you can do it in there too. Yep. God damn it. I feel like a goddamn idiot. Let's bring this upstairs and take a picture of it. It's been 38 minutes, which is normally the length of these videos on its own. That's... God damn it. How did I not know that? Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. Let's just sell this fucking thing. You spent $1,200 on it. 1,100 on it. I can't math. So I'll put it up for 1,200 and then have bids go from there. I'm gonna put it in the safe. Alright, yep, we got money off of it. Because they're actually bidding on it. Not much, but we are getting money off of it. You can also always just put it up for what you total spent on it, and you'll get at least that. I just prefer doing a little bit above. I will go ahead and take this out and sell. Money! Let's just move on. I have 2 more guns to do. So it has all the parts. It just... Yeah. So it has all the parts, it just needs to be fixed. These are antiques as well. I found antiques are actually really simple overall in this. So you never have to buy parts. I got an achievement for getting rust off of items. You always just have to clean them, and that's about it. Clean them, derust, maybe refinish wood parts. It's just not too bad. There was a very real struggle there for me on trying to find that fucking little bitty piece. It is nice that there's still some kind of hint system. It's just not incredibly nice. I also got the achievement for cleaning a lot of items. That's a pretty grip. Should be a lot more upset about the fact that that took me so long. There we go. Mauser done. Number 4. Wants it back to just this normal one. The amount of money that I'll end up needing for all the things that I'm doing in this run is going to be kind of absurd. So I'm going to need to, like, really make a lot of money. We'll get there. Couple of unnecessary parts. I can use the CNC machine. So you know I'm gonna... Ooh, you can use it for quite a couple things. I need the big one. That is gigantic. And probably expensive. Just barely. Okay. Yeah, this is some really big parts. Obviously. Fucking 500 for that. Extended rail, quad rail handguard, we're making that. Stock base, stock bolt, stock lever. We're making the stock swivel. Ejection port cover we're making, and rail mount part we're making. Yep. Buy all that. Take them. Run over here, flip this. $16 seconds left. I'll clean all but one part. Oh, no, I'll just leave there. Go get the parts. Do some oxidation. On the table. Cool. Finish cleaning. Yeah, my mouse is freaking out a little bit. And time to put this back together. Some weapons have an absurd amount of parts, and this goes for real life, I'm assuming. Some weapons, guns, have an absurd amount of parts. Some have an absurdly low number of parts. And honestly, I think the sheer difference between them is really interesting. Muzzle brake. Nice. And bag. Looking solid. And we got a little bit of a tip. That's nice. Anyway, time to just send the 2 guns remaining back to the clients. Hey, look, I got mail. Is it a job? It is not a job. So look at that. What does this look like? So there's a couple of requests a lot of the time, but I'm damn. There's a few guns there. Could be pretty cool. There's a few guns here, which are also pretty cool. Ooh, BSS Venturas. Ooh, level up. But first, let's have a look. So we have a couple broken parts. The handle and the injection port are most of that. Sell those, and then we have a bunch of bare parts. Save game. We have a bunch of bare parts that I'm gonna fix up. We've been here for an hour. That's what I get, I suppose. Ta-da! So, checking out our money. I'm curious. $36.92. That's pretty good. It's not bad at all. At any rate, thank you guys for watching. I've been Draconic Arcade, and I'll see you next time for 4 more jobs. And also, there's no limits this time. So we'll also get to do something else with those jobs. Yay! Bye.